Yo, what's going on YouTube? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this brand new episode of Restorations with Vic. On today's episode, I'm gonna show you guys how to properly restore some Pirate Black Yeezy 350s. These belong to one of the guys here at Reshoevn8r. In the last 5 years, he's worn these over 1,000 times. I kid you not. These shoes are super beat up. So as a favor, I'm gonna hook him up with a massive deep clean, repaint the midsoles, re-dye the suede, and do some re-gluing. So without further ado, let's get it started. Alright, the first thing we're gonna do to get started with this restoration is the deep cleaning process. We'll be using our Reshoevn8r signature shoe cleaning kit, our detergent pods, and cleaning mat. Now that we have all our stuff that we need to make this deep cleaning successful, we're gonna put this shoe to the side for before and after purposes. Next, we're gonna take out our shoelaces and insole to thoroughly clean those separately. Now let's grab our shoe tree, adjust it to size, and insert it inside the shoe. This will help us keep the shape of the shoe during the deep cleaning process. Before we squirt solution into our bowl of water, I'm gonna grab our soft bristle brush and brush out some of this dirt that's just sitting on the surface. I highly recommend doing this step before you start putting any solution on a shoe if you see a lot of surface debris or dirt sitting on the surface. All right, we're good to go with that. Let's grab our soft bristle brush once again, dunk it in a solution with water, and start hammering the uppers in a circular motion. All right, uppers are pre-treated. We still have a bit more scrubbing to go, but while we're at it, we're gonna remove our shoe tree and move on to the insides. There's definitely a lot of dog hair, a lot of debris, a lot of dirt. We're gonna scrub all that stuff out, but the washing machine will rinse it out completely. Yo, there's so much hair on my brush. Lint, dog hair, woman hair, all types of hair. I did my best on the insides. The washing machine will take care of the rest for me. Now, the shoe is black. To me, it looks pretty clean as is, but I'm sure there's still a lot of germs that I was not able to scrub out. So we're gonna bump it up a bit. We're gonna move on to our medium bristle brush to scrub a bit more on the uppers before we move on to the midsoles. All right, I'm satisfied with the uppers. Now let's move on to our stiff bristle brush to finish off this cleaning with the soles. We do want to get these soles as clean as possible because we are going to repaint the soles and touch up the boost. Careful not to let the stiff bristle brush get on the uppers because it will snag the material and possibly fray it. Alright guys, I'm all done with the pre-treatment. In order to complete a deep cleaning process, we got to stick the shoe inside our single laundry bag and put it in the washing machine so it can fully flush out all the grime, dirt, and debris inside of the shoe. We'll also be using our detergent pods. To the washer. Actually, not to the washer. I always forget. Insole and laces. For the laces, we'll just put it inside our bowl of water. We'll give it a quick scrubbing right now. In the meantime, we're gonna grab our insole and our soft bristle brush and give it a nice scrubbing. Pre-treatment's done on that. Let's grab a laundry bag one more time. To the washing machine again. All right guys, I am back. After using the signature shoe cleaning kit and the washing machine, we were able to get this Yeezy back to its former glory. It's back to black. I know it's a black shoe. I know they're super easy to clean up, but like I mentioned before, Fran wore these heavily in the last 5 years. They're covered in sweat, grime. You just couldn't see any of that under the black material, but now they're fully disinfected and they smell fantastic. Next step in this restoration, we gotta fix this pretty big separation. I never see this in 350s, but it happens. We're gonna have to go in using some acetone and cotton balls to prep the area first. We gotta remove all that old glue. Otherwise, when we go in and apply the new glue, it simply won't bond properly. Here's where we're at with the prep work. We get the majority of the glue off using acetone and cotton balls, but it didn't really do the trick. I had to use a little screwdriver and my finger to scrape off all the glue off the uppers. Now that that part's done, we still have a little bit of glue on the suede. For this part, we can use acetone or scrape it off. It simply won't work. And if I use acetone, it might ruin the suede, and we don't want that. These are Yeezys. For this part, we'll be using an X-Acto knife. Simply what we're gonna do is slice off the surface of the suede where the glue is at. All right, good to go with that. Whenever you guys are doing any type of prep work, whether it's for gluing or painting, take your time doing so. It is literally the most important step. For example here, if I didn't remove all the glue properly off the suede or the priming material, the glue wouldn't hold up. When Fran wears his shoes, after a couple of times, it'll rip open again, and all that work I would have done would have been for nothing. Take your time doing so. Next step, using some bar super stick, we're gonna glue that separation. But before we do so, we're gonna tape off the uppers so we don't ruin them. All right, YouTube, we get the glue carefully applied onto the midsoles and uppers. In order for this glue to work, we gotta let it cure for about 7 minutes, and then we'll go in and clamp it together. Good to go with the separation, you guys. It's all fixed, ready to go. I'm happy with how it turned out. No issues with that. No glue where it shouldn't be. Alignment's on point. Let's give it a little stress test. I would do it a lot harder, but we gotta let it dry fully for a good 24 hours because the glue is still pretty fresh. Now we're gonna move on to the midsoles, you guys. The midsoles are pretty faded all around, especially the little pillars. It's kind of hard to tell on camera because it is all black, but it's faded. We wanna make this restoration complete, so we're gonna tape off the uppers and give it a couple of coats of black paint to freshen up this Yeezy. All taped up. For this step, we'll be using some Jacquard black paint through my airbrush. Black paint's laid down. It looks a lot more solid. Again, I know it's a black shoe. You guys can't really tell, but in person, it definitely looks a lot better. I promise. Almost done with this restoration, you guys. It's looking pretty much complete. The last step we gotta do is work on the suede. It's looking pretty faded right now. Since the cleaning, I still haven't reset the nap on the suede, so it's feeling really stiff. We'll use the brush in just a bit to reset the nap on the suede. Afterwards, it's still gonna be faded. For that step, we're gonna be using the super old school product. Some of you guys may remember, the Vick Almighty Mink Oil. This stuff is classic right here. This is a product that we discontinued some time ago off our website, but it will be making a return. Stay tuned for that. Now let's take a look at the after. Boom. Back to black, fresh midsole repaint, fully cleaned up inside and out. Same thing with the suede, back to buttery soft, separation fully re-glued. This shoe is as good as new, you guys. This was a straightforward restoration, but it was a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Vick Almighty. I'll catch you guys next Monday.